You might be mulching your flower beds the wrong way and you don't even know it. And the thing is, bad mulching doesn't just look bad, it can harm your plants. Well, there are 5 mistakes that I have made over the years, every single one of them. And today my hope is to share that with you so that I can save you a little bit of pain and time. Mistake number 1 is going too deep with the mulch. More mulch is not necessarily better. You may be thinking, hey, if 3 inches is good, 6 inches must be really good, and it's not. One of the main reasons that you put mulch down in the first place is to retain moisture and protect the roots of your plants from extreme weather conditions. But if you put too much mulch down, it can actually have the opposite effect. Too much mulch will get matted down, and over a period of time, that can repel water rather than retain water. And the bigger challenge that we've found over time is that will actually spawn mold growth inside of your mulch, which is the last place that you want mold. If you are putting a shredded mulch down, your sweet spot is going to be 2 to 3 inches deep. If you're putting a brand new flower bed down with shredded mulch, 3 to 4 may make sense. That will help give you a strong base to build on, especially as you move through your first year, and then you can just refresh it in year 2. If you're using a larger bark nugget mulch, 3 to 4 inches is going to be where you want to be, and that's simply because the pieces are larger and leave gaps in between. But if you're topping off an existing flower bed from last year, check your current depth before you decide how many inches of mulch you need to order. Speaking of which, this is why I created my DIY mulch calculator, which you can get at DIYmulchcalculator.com, or feel free to scan the QR code that's on the screen. I built that into the calculator in order to help you order the right amount so that you don't end up with too much or too little for your flower beds. Mistake number 2 is mulching at the wrong time of the year. Ideally, you want to put your mulch down after your plants have had a good solid 2 to 3 weeks of warm weather so that the roots can start to foster growth before you start retaining moisture down there with your mulch. Now, this is going to vary depending upon where you live. Generally speaking, this is going to be right in the middle of spring is going to be the best time to do it, although it may be early or late spring depending upon when it warms up where you live. The worst time to spread your mulch is going to be in the middle of the summer when it is crazy hot and your ground is completely baked. Also, if you do it too early in the spring before that warm up happens, that is also not a good thing. A lot of gardeners will tell you that doing a refresh at the end of the fall is also a good idea. Personally, that's not something that we have ever done with our flower beds, but it can help as you get into the temperature swings with the freeze and thaw cycles that happen to protect the roots of your plants. Mistake number 3 is never refreshing or maintaining your mulch. A lot of people think it's a one and done thing. Put your mulch down and walk away and never do anything with it again. But here's the thing with mulch. Over time, it breaks down. It is built to decompose, but that's actually one of its benefits because as it decomposes, the nutrients from the mulch go into the soil to help maintain the soil structure. This is great for your plants. But this means that the layer gets thinner and it needs to be refreshed. So that's why it's important every 1 to 2 years to add additional mulch down on top of what you have. Again, your total depth, if you're using shredded, 2 to 3. If you're using thicker bark nuggets, 3 to 4 inches. Now, one other thing, and this is something that I never knew, and that was that you should also, throughout the course of the year, 2 to 3 times after you put your mulch down, fluff it or rake it so that it can break up and not get so compacted down. This helps to ensure your water is being retained in the soil and not deflected off of the hard top of the mulch onto the ground. Mistake number 4 might be the biggest of all 5, and it's the one that I have been the most guilty of over time, and that is skipping the prep work. Not weeding, not removing the grass, and just putting the mulch down on top. But here's the thing, if you do that, those weeds and that grass that are already there are just gonna grow through the mulch that you put down. And it makes it significantly harder to remove the weeds and the mulch after in order to make your flower beds look nice. Trust me, weeding sucks. I totally understand. But the faster you get it done before you put your mulch down, the better off you're gonna be in the long run. Now, this doesn't just include weeds and grass that's growing, it also includes all the dead leaves from the fall if you didn't finish raking those. All of that debris needs to come out before you put the mulch down. Mistake number 5 comes in 2 parts, and this is piling mulch up against the base of your plants, the stems, and up against the base of your tree. Now, when it comes to your plants, I've read articles by multiple gardeners who have stated that it really doesn't matter, or it does matter. The opinions go both ways. I will tell you that in my experience over time, I have done both. I have mulched away from the base of the roots or the stems of my plants, and I've mulched right up to those roots and stems. I honestly have not noticed a difference where we live in doing that, but your safest bet is going to be to default to keeping it away from the stems, the base of your stems, of your flowers in your garden beds. Now, when it comes to your trees, this is a big one that I was very guilty of for a long period of time. And if you've ever seen a tree in the neighborhood that looks like it's growing out of a mound in the ground, this is what causes that problem. When you pile your mulch up against the base of the tree, which is labeled volcano mulching, it creates a situation where your trees are going to start to develop a secondary root system because it believes that the soil is at a higher level. When that happens, it can cause that situation where it looks like the tree is starting to grow up out of the ground. And over a prolonged period of time, it can weaken the base and the root system of that tree. So when you're mulching around your trees, you want to have a good 2 to 3 inch gap between the base of the tree and the mulch. Think of it more of a donut around the base of your tree rather than a volcano. Even if you fix one of these mistakes, your garden beds are going to be healthier for it. But when it comes to preventing weeds in your flower beds, does landscaping fabric make a difference? Well, you might be kind of shocked at what I have to share with you on that one. And for more information on that, click or tap on this video. And until the next time, keep doing it yourself.